What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So recently I read this article, and this is by AARP, and it says 6 reasons why people collect Social Security early. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to look at their list, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think when it comes to some of the reasons, because they explain certain reasons, but I'm going to elaborate on those reasons because it's more than just what they're talking about here. So we're going to take a look at the article, and then we're going to talk about it. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification, and then click all. That way you'll get notified anytime I put out videos. I put out videos every day, so you should be getting notifications every day. If you are not getting notifications every day, please let me know in the comment section. That way I can let YouTube know. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is thank you guys. Thank you, everyone, all the new subscribers and all the old subscribers, everyone who is supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. We're having a record-breaking month when it comes to subscribers this month. So thank you guys. I know we have a lot of new people that have come in the last month, so welcome. And we do daily videos here, so I'm going to put out a video every day talking about a variety of different topics, but we mainly focus on retirement and Social Security. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this article here. And this is interesting. This is AARP, like I said. I believe this was posted very recent, maybe a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday. But anyway, it says 6 reasons people collect Social Security early. Now, there's a wide variety of reasons why people might want to do this. So this is only 6 of those reasons. And if you guys don't know, when it comes to collecting Social Security, you can collect your full retirement is between 66 and 67, depending on when you were born. And if you wait until you're 70, you can collect the maximum benefit. Okay, so you actually get credits. 8% every year if you wait past your full retirement age. So if you go up to 70, you can collect the most, the max. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. I just want to go down and they just kind of explain a little bit about this, pretty much what I was just talking about right now, collecting at 70, your full retirement age is 66 to 67, depending on when you were born. So here is the first reason that they give. Social Security will run out of money. Now, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I blame politicians for this because you have a lot of politicians that are out there saying that Social Security is going bankrupt. And when they say that, then you hear people repeating that same thing, repeating that same message that it's going bankrupt. That is not true. Social Security is not going bankrupt. The trust fund might run out of money in 10 years, but Social Security as a whole is not going bankrupt because people who are working are paying into the payroll tax. That payroll tax is going towards Social Security. So as long as we have people working in the U.S., Social Security will still be around. It will not completely go bankrupt. Now, the trust fund is what you hear a lot of people talking about. And if the trust fund runs out of money, that means that Social Security will be reduced by about 23%. Okay, so you have politicians right now going back and forth on how to secure this trust fund. What should we do with this? How are we going to pay for the trust fund? And so that's going back and forth right now. There have been some different ideas thrown out there. Maybe we should raise the full retirement age from 66 to 67 to maybe 69 or 70. That's some of the talk. And then you have other people talking. You have Democrats mainly talking about expanding Social Security, and they also want to tax the wealthy, and that will pay for the trust fund. So it's either working longer or being in a situation where the rich get taxed more, and that will help offset this trust fund issue that they're dealing with now. So there are different bills that are out there right now, and Senator Bernie Sanders probably has the most popular bill that's out right now when it comes to some type of $2,400 expansion of Social Security. And that $2,400 would be per year, so it'd be $200 per month. So that's the most popular. Now, you do have Republicans. Senator Graham has talked about, we should raise the full retirement age. He's already mentioned that, but there's no real bill that's on the floor right now, or no real bill that they're talking about right now on the Republican side when it comes to addressing the trust fund. We've just heard, well, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do Senator Bernie Sanders' plan. We want to do something different, but we don't have a concrete plan. Mitt Romney was putting something together, but as of right now, they don't have any solid plan. And so getting back to this, Social Security will run out of money. And so if you think that, and let's say you're at age 62. 62 is the earliest that you can start collecting Social Security. You're at age 62 and you're thinking, well, it's going to run out in 10 years, so I might as well start taking it now because we won't have Social Security in 10 years. Well, if you're going off that and you're listening to politicians tell you that and you're believing that message, that could make you take it out at 62 and you'll receive a cut. Okay, and we're talking as much as like 30% of your full retirement if you take it at 62 as opposed to waiting longer. So it's you really need to know the facts when it comes to Social Security. Okay, and that's part of the reason why I'm here, because I'm trying to let you guys know, look, it's not going bankrupt. Okay, you're hearing politicians say this, you're hearing people say this. It is not going bankrupt. They have some issues with Social Security, obviously, that need to be addressed, but if you are at 61 or at 62 right now and you're thinking, I need to take it because of this reason, don't do it. Now, if you want to take it early for different reasons, I understand that. But when it comes to this issue, if this is the single issue, Social Security going bankrupt, that's the reason why I want to take Social Security early, you're not going to be making the right call on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move down here. Inflation. Okay, so that's number 2. Inflation made me do it. Now, this is very, I mean, when we look at this, I can see people saying, look, Social Security is there to supplement. Okay, so supplement up to 40% of your retirement. So let's say you are receiving 401k and you're okay, you're doing okay, and you're holding off on taking your Social Security, but inflation is just really tearing you apart. And now you're in a situation where you're thinking, I need to take it because I need this extra 40% to help offset inflation. And so, there are a lot of people that are in this boat right now. There are a lot of people that are looking at Social Security and saying, I need this because of inflation. And we don't know when inflation is going to go back down. Eventually it will go back down, but we don't know how long that's going to take, and they can't wait. And so totally understandable here. The only thing that I can say is if you could hold out, it's probably better to hold out than to take it out right now because, like I said, inflation, at some point, inflation will go back down. You have the Federal Reserve. They're serious about it. They're serious about raising interest rates, and they're going to continue to raise interest rates until we get to a situation where inflation starts to go down. But we could also go into a real deep recession. I would say that we're in a recession right now, but we can go into a real deep recession, and that would be bad for everyone. Okay, so inflation, that's number 2. Number 3 here, I won't live long enough, okay? Now, this is case by case, right? And there's a lot of fear out there where, if I don't take Social Security now, I might not live to receive the money that I put into Social Security when I was working. Very, very understandable. And that's one of those things where, I can't tell you how to respond to that. If you think that you're in a situation where your health might not be good and you need to take it now, then by all means, that's you have to make that choice on your own for yourself. I can't work anymore. So you have people that are in situations where they can no longer work, and so they need to start collecting their Social Security early. And it's just looking at the situations that we had in the last 2 years when it's come to the pandemic and just everything, a lot of people started taking Social Security. Okay, they started taking it early. And because of that very reason, they were either in a situation where they might have been laid off and they can't get another job, or they're in a situation where they got really ill because of the pandemic, and now they're in a situation where they have to start. They need money. They need to pay their bills, and so that's why they took Social Security early. So very, very understandable there. And I think in the last 2 years that really affected a lot of people, and that might be one of the major reasons why they took Social Security early. Okay, heard it from a friend. Now, this is an interesting one. Fear of missing out. So you hear your friends talking about, yes, I'm getting my Social Security check, and then you just think, you know what, I need to do it. Everybody else is doing it, so I'm going to do it as well. This is another thing where it's case by case. Some people might be able to do well when they're receiving Social Security. Some people might need a larger portion of Social Security, so it might benefit them to wait a little bit longer so they can get that full retirement. But some people might not need it. They might have a nice 401k. They might have a pension, where they're receiving money already in their pension or receiving money from their 401k, and they just need a little bit from Social Security. They don't need the full amount from Social Security, and that's why they took it early. So this is one of those things. You hear your friends are out there, they're retired, they're living the life, right? And you think, you know what, I need to do it too. So that's a reason. And then the last reason here, it's my money and I want it now. So I talked a little bit about this earlier, where people feel, you know what, I paid into Social Security for all these years. I want it. I want it now. I'm 62 years old. I want to be able to collect my Social Security now. I don't want to have to wait. And so those are all good reasons why we're seeing people take Social Security early. And all I can say is I know times are tough now, and we're probably going to be looking at another year of this. I can't see anything really changing anytime soon when it comes to our economy. And so we're going to see more people doing the same thing. They're going to be taking their Social Security early. All I can say is if you are in a situation where you can hold out, by all means, you should try to. If you can, try to. And I've talked about a lot of different things that you can do. One of the things, and I know this might be uncomfortable for some, but you can leave. You don't have to stay in the U.S. You can leave maybe for 6 months, maybe a year, go to another country, and go to a country where the dollar is strong. Actually, the dollar is strong pretty much all over the world right now, which is another reason why you can consider. But go on a vacation, a nice long 6-month vacation, and then maybe you can save up some money just by going on vacation. I know it sounds weird. I just spent this year, I was in Colombia for 5 months, and I enjoyed myself. I had a really good time, and believe it or not, I pretty much broke even when it came to if I was staying in the U.S. and I was paying my mortgage and I was paying all the different things for food and all that stuff. By going to Colombia, I broke even though I was still paying my mortgage here. I broke even because the cost of housing and the cost of food and everything else was so much cheaper. And then I didn't have to pay for gas. I'm just taking taxis wherever I wanted to go. I didn't have to pay. My electric bill went way down because I'm not using electricity in the house. And so just thinking about things like that, I took a vacation and I pretty much broke even as far as how much I actually spent, because people ask me that question. I know I'm going off on a little tangent here, but people ask me that question of, well, you're still paying your mortgage there, and then you have to pay for, to rent out an apartment in another country. That's a lot of money and this and that. But when I looked at my numbers, when I came back and looked at all my numbers, it was pretty much a break even. I might have spent maybe $100, maybe $200 a month more in Colombia than I would have spent here. But I'm going to be honest with you, there are a lot of things that I do here that I didn't do in Colombia. For example, I do a lot of shopping when I'm here. I'm going on Amazon. I'm going to different places shopping and stuff like that, spending money. But when I'm in Colombia, they don't have Amazon there, so I can't buy Amazon. And so there are a lot of different things that I have to hold off on buying until I come back to the U.S. And the bottom line is I understand all the different aspects here. If you're 62 and you need it, then you have to, by all means, you need to collect it. But if you can hold out, I think in most situations, it will benefit you because you're going to be receiving more money for the rest of your life. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you collect early, or do you wait until you're 66 or 67 or 70? Let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.